It is 3 a.m. and your pager just went off. PowerShell spawning from a Word document, beaconing out to a domain nobody recognizes. Who is doing this? A bored teenager, a ransomware crew, a nation state that has been inside for 8 months? You cannot respond correctly until you can classify the adversary and map their behavior. That is Objective 1.1. The threat landscape and the attack frameworks every incident handler must speak fluently. Get this wrong, and you contain the wrong stage, block the wrong indicator, and the attacker simply walks back in. This is the language of incident response, and the exam tests whether you can apply it under fire. Start with WHO, threat actors split by type and motivation. Nation states want espionage and sabotage, very high sophistication, custom tools, 0 days, and long dwell time. Think APT-29, Cozy Bear. Cybercriminals want money, ransomware as a service gangs like Lockbit and Black Cat, medium to high skill. Hacktivists chase ideology with commodity tools. Insider threats are uniquely dangerous because they already hold legitimate access. You detect them with behavioral analytics, not the perimeter. Script kiddies are low-skill point-and-click, chasing recognition. Then terrorists and competitors doing industrial espionage. Memorize the motivation mapping. Financial means criminals. Espionage means nation-states and competitors. Disruption means hacktivists. Revenge means insiders. Now map the attack. The cyber kill chain from Lockheed Martin has exactly 7 stages, in order: reconnaissance, weaponization, delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, and actions on objectives. Note that last one is plural. The exam loves that trap. Disrupt any single stage and you break the whole chain. Why does this matter on call? The stage determines containment priority. Stages 1 through 3 let you defend proactively. Stages 6 and 7, C2 and exfil, demand active response right now. And indicators map to stages. Network IOCs align with delivery, C2 and actions. Host IOCs align with exploitation and installation. MITRE ATT&CK, read it MITRE ATT&CK, is the knowledge base of real-world adversary behavior. Learn the hierarchy cold, because the exam swaps these constantly. A tactic is the adversary's goal, the why, like execution, TA0002. A technique is how, like T1059, command and scripting interpreter. A sub-technique is more specific, T1059.001, PowerShell. A procedure is the exact tool a group uses. There are 14 enterprise tactics, from reconnaissance through impact. In IR, you use attack for threat hunting, gap analysis, incident scoping, how far did they get, and standardized reporting. Tactic is why, technique is what. Do not confuse them. The diamond model gives you 4 core features, not 5, not 6. Adversary, capability, infrastructure, and victim. Adversary drives attribution. Capability is the malware and exploits. That feeds your IOC generation. Infrastructure is the C2 servers, domains, and IPs. That is what you block. Victim sets your scope and impact. Around those 4 sit the meta features: timestamp, phase, result, direction, methodology, and resources. Link a sequence of diamond events to one intrusion, and you have an activity thread. Group multiple intrusions sharing adversary, capability, or infrastructure, and you have an activity group. That is how you track a campaign across time. Threat intelligence comes in 4 types, and the exam tests the audience for each. Strategic intel goes to executives and the board. Geopolitical trends, business risk, high level. Operational intel goes to security management, campaigns and actor TTPs. Tactical intel goes to SOC analysts and IR teams, attack patterns, detection signatures, attack mappings, YARA rules. Technical intel goes to the analysts and hunters, the raw IOCs, the IPs and hashes and domains to block. Match the type to the reader and you nail every one of these questions. Strategic up top for leadership, technical down low for the people in the trenches. IOCs versus TTPs, this is the heart of the objective. Indicators of compromise are forensic artifacts, hashes, IPs, domains, URLs, registry keys. They are reactive, specific, and cheap for the attacker to change. An attacker renames a file or rotates an IP in seconds. TTPs describe behavior, how the adversary operates, and behavior is expensive to change. That is The Pyramid of Pain by David Bianco. Hashes at the bottom are trivial to swap. TTPs at the top are agonizing for the attacker to abandon. The core exam premise: TTPs deliver higher value, longer lasting detection than IOCs. Hunt behavior, not just artifacts. How do you share this intel? 2 standards you must not confuse. STIX is the format, the JSON-based language describing threat objects. TAXII is the transport, the protocol over HTTPS that moves STIX around. STIX is what, TAXII is how, MISP is the open source platform to aggregate and share IOCs. OpenIOC is Mandiant's XML format. Then sharing communities, ISACs are sector specific like FSI SAC for finance. CISU puts out government advisories, Virus Total aggregates reputation, and governing it all, the traffic light protocol. TLP red stays with name recipients, amber goes to your org and partners, green to the community, and clear is fully public. Finish with the concepts that anchor everything. Vulnerability is a weakness, like unpatched log4j. A threat is a danger that exploits it. Risk is the likelihood times impact. And the formula you memorize is risk equals threat times vulnerability times impact. Reduce any factor and you reduce risk. Then the intelligence lifecycle, 6 phases: planning and direction, collection, processing, analysis, dissemination, and feedback. Assign confidence to every product. High confidence, you block at the firewall. Low confidence, you note it but take no disruptive action. And remember, attribution is probabilistic. False flags, shared infrastructure, and commodity malware all muddy the water. Analysts assign confidence, not certainty. In one breath, classify the actor by type and motivation. The kill chain has 7 stages ending in actions on objectives, plural. Attack is tactic, why versus technique how across 14 tactics. The diamond model has 4 features: adversary, capability, infrastructure, victim. Intel runs strategic to technical by audience. TTPs beat IOCs on the pyramid of pain. STIX is format. TAXII is transport, and risk equals threat times vulnerability times impact. That is your vocabulary. Next up, Objective 1.2, the incident management process and standards, where we turn this knowledge into NIST and ISO life cycles, CSIRT roles, and SOAR. Stay on the pager.